All right. So we are going to watch the Escape from Tarkov beta 0.16 patch trailer. Just dropped a little bit ago and haven't seen it yet. So let's watch it together. All right. Here we go. Snow is back, baby. Foggy too. Is this a new area within customs? Man, customs is different. That's woods, right? Oh shit. Oh, I can't wait for someone to fucking RPG me, dude. Oh man, that's gonna be rough. That is going to be rough. You know what? I'm assuming that the basically, like a better words, RPG, though it's not an actual RPG. I bet it's gonna be like the trip lines and trip wires where they're not much of a game changer, but it can still mess you up in something you definitely have to be aware of. My Christmas was good, Ted TV. It was good, but it's all about Tarkov today. Let's see. So let's look at the patch notes. All right, so updates feature a full profile wipe, as we all know. So kind of getting into it here, we got the new in-game event, Korovad. I don't know if that's how you say it. A festive atmosphere, unique mechanics, variety of challenges. Okay. So the in-game task line that they've added for that unlocks new features, including the Korovad mode. Players who complete the main event task will receive a unique achievement, a special reward. Dope. So Korovad mode will be available as certain events stage on Shoreline, Lighthouse, Woods, Customs Reserve, and Interchange. The objective of this mode is to locate and refuel the generators, protect it for 5 minutes. So I'm assuming this may bring on an onslaught of scavs or something. That'd be interesting to see how that works. Light the Christmas tree to complete the stage. So it's a very Christmassy event. And then after successfully defending the tree, players unlock the transit to the next location. So I wonder if you have to do each location like Marathon was, or if you do Interchange, and then once you finish Interchange, then you can go to Shoreline, and then once you finish Shoreline, you could go, and so on and so forth. But it says unlock the transit to the next location. So that makes it seem like this is all going to be in raid kind of thing. And I'm just going to say, I'm not a huge fan of the raid from raid transit. I feel like it's very I don't know. It's just very toxic. Anytime I tried Marathon last wipe, people were just camping the one transit spot that you had, and it's just very toxic. And I don't really like the idea of this raid to raid travel. I know it's kind of the direction going for 1.0. I'm interested to see how they continue to evolve it, because the first iteration, as what Marathon was very toxic and what honestly just wasn't that fun. So the Frostbite status effect added a new status effect that reduces players' visibility and stamina. This effect goes away in shelters near burning barrels or when drinking alcohol. So I saw this. I'm wondering if the Frostbite status effect is something we're going to get while the snow is on the map, and if it's going to be in every raid we go into, and how long does it take to get that status effect, right? Are they going to be expecting us to be bringing alcohol and finding these barrels? I'm assuming there's going to be quite a few of them on the maps. That seems interesting. At first, when I read this, I thought maybe it just had to do with the new event mode, because that was very Christmassy. But it looks like this will just be straight up a status effect, which is interesting, right? Because what other status effects do they have for the other seasons? Fall, they don't have anything. Spring, they don't have anything. Just the normal summer of Tarkov, they don't have overheating. So that leads me to believe that we may be seeing more status effects depending on seasons. Which really for summer, you just have the water go down faster. And you have dehydration technically, I guess. But that's if you don't drink water, and you're going to get dehydration even in winter conditions. Winter weather seasons has been adjusted to improve the visual and atmospheric elements. So the main changes, they say, are the visual effects, snow drifts, which we saw a little bit in that trailer. Winter theme for factory, so it's going to be some snow in there, I'm assuming. And winter sound design, which, I mean, if you're going to have the effects, you got to have the audio to support it. What we really saw from the trailer here is the customs rework. You know, they say they updated all the textures, replaced old objects with more up-to-date, probably different Unity objects that they have. Fully updated some of the buildings, replaced the glass blocks on location with transparent ones. I'm assuming this is things like Crack House and whatnot. Maybe they're going to be more, it may be easier to see through now. I actually like the way they are, so see how that changes looks. We'll see how that looks. They opened 3 new buildings in the industrial territory. I don't know exactly where this is. I can think of 2 spots, so it'd be interesting to see where that actually is on the map. They had new objects, including propane cylinders, and they explode. So you can now shoot propane cylinders and explode them, so watch where you're standing. Watch where you're standing. Jesus. New points of interest, new transit to Shoreline. If you're playing Marathon or you're playing the core mod or whatever mode, I'm guessing, and added new exfils. This is the big one. Added new exfils. I always forget where exfils are sometimes when there's a new wipe. I don't know why. It just, things start skipping me, especially on scavs. So it'd be interesting to see what these new exfils are. And I know there's something else coming down that will expand upon that. Prestige system. They finally added the prestige system that they've been talking about. There's going to be 2 prestiges as of now. Basically, you get some rewards or whatever from doing prestige levels. But I don't think in this iteration they have the rewards yet. But you need to be level 55, which I've actually never hit. So it's kind of a goal now, hit level 55, right? And with arena linkage, I think that's easier. Progress through certain in-game tasks, build and upgrade certain hideout zones, have certain items and money in your stash, and reach character skill level. So it seems like there's going to be probably a checklist of things here that you have to hit, metrics you got to get to that next prestige. There will be 2 of them, and I believe you reset. Yeah, so it says you resets the player's profile without resetting your achievements. You get your prestige level, arena, armory, progress, and statistics don't reset either. You may choose to retain some equipment, a certain percentage of character skills and weapon mastering when you do prestige. So it probably is going to have like a certain amount of tokens or something that you're allowed to use to pick what you keep into that next prestige. So a little bit of like, okay, well, what do I do? So there'll be 2 prestige levels available. Future updates will bring 8 more. Levels and rewards do not reset with wipes and remain with the player forever. So when they do give you the rewards, you'll get to keep them, and obviously your hard work on your leveling will be kept. That just to me means on every wipe you'll be reset just like everyone else, but you will retain your prestige icon, as you'll see further down. You get a special icon next to your nickname for each prestige level. Next, it's added next to the player's game edition icon, so you can select your game edition icon, whether you have Edge of Darkness or you have the Unheard edition. You pick it, you get it. You get new main menu background, armbands, dog tag styles, hideout styles, PMC gestures. You get a mannequin poses, posters for hideout customization, which is dope. They're bringing in hideout customization finally. Special melee made additional daily task, additional weekly task. You get a plus of charisma level to beginning of each wipe, and of course the achievements. The list of rewards will be expanded on each new prestige level in the future. They plan to add character appearance, voices, unique tactical clothing, hideout styles, shooting range, targets, stash expansions, Tarkov figurines, and much more. Sounds like Prestige is definitely going to be that next goal. You always had Kappa. I'm not sure if Kappa is going to be on that list of what you need. Probably not. But it's just another thing to aim for and shoot for. That, so I think that's good. New weapons, obviously, you got the rocket launcher, the RSHG2 rocket launcher. You got the 338 bolt action sniper, Velociraptor 300 blackout assault rifle, Sega 12K. So the Sega 12K is an automatic Sega, dope. Scar, a Kula push dagger, V40 mini grenades, new animations and attachments for PP19, Sega 9, Sega MPX. They added some new weapon attachments and barter things, and icons for numerous barter equipment items have been updated. Continuous healing is a new one. The ability to heal all body parts in a single use of a med kit. So basically, when selected, the med kit will treat all injured body parts sequentially, and if possible, remove negative effects. So it's basically saying if you had a oh my god, I can't think of it. A big med kit. Can't think of the name right now. But if you basically had it, you have like 1500 or whatever HP points within that kit. The Grizzly, thank you. If you have the Grizzly, this would be perfect now because you press one button and it's gonna treat your heavy bleeding, light bleeding, and then a fracture, and then any missing health, and then head, and then thorax in that priority. This is how I'm reading it. So instead of having to hit it, it fixes a heavy bleed and then stops. You hit it, and it will go down this list of healing things until there's nothing else, or you cancel it. I like that. You have to put it into your hotkeys, and you have to select the full treatment with the mouse wheel. So by pressing the hotkeyed medkit button and selecting full treatment with the mouse wheel, you will also select the release button type in settings. Okay. So basically it's saying when you hold down, like let's say my meds are on 4, you hold it down, you use the mouse wheel and you can select a body part, and now there will be an option for full treatment. I think it's good. It kind of cuts down on the in and out of fights. So I think that's a solid change. New features allow players to find unique ways to leave the raid while exploring locations. So hidden exfils are new. They do not appear on the list of available. Only visible after finding a special in-raid item. The hidden exfil information is visible to the player who found the item and the members of their group. All players in the area where the hidden exfil is activated can exit through it, even if their character had no information about it. That's good. Hidden exfils are available for both scavs and PMCs. Features of special items for hidden exfil activation. So each hidden exfil on a location requires its own unique item. The item cannot be taken out of raid and will be deleted when you leave. So essentially, if you find this item, you're gonna find it. You're gonna know what it is. It's gonna show up on your exfils as a new exfil that you can get out at. And if you don't use it or you do use it, you still lose the item because it is only for that raid. Hidden exfils are available on Custom, Shoreline, Reserve, Lighthouse, Ground Zero, Factory, Streets, Tarkov's, Woods. Is there any map that they missed? That sounds like that's all the maps. It looks like all the maps to me. I don't know what they're missing there. BTR driver storyline. So they have a new task line for the BTR driver. So that's what it is. You really couldn't. Once I get done with this, I'll answer that question. So hideout customization, added the ability to customize hideout as well as the ability to visit your friend's hideout when viewing their profile. You can customize the hideout floor, walls, ceiling, shooting range targets. I love all this. Put collectibles on the shelves. The hideout styles are unlocked and on character levels and task completions. Shooting range targets are unlocked by leveling up the shooting range zone and task. Ability to mount posters. You can find them on locations and earning on prestige levels. Installable collectibles for the Hall of Fame zone. That's dope. And you could view someone else's hideout. You can access their shooting range and the gym. Wow. So if I upgrade my hideout with a gym, a better shooting range, and all this stuff, you can now come into my hideout, use my said shooting range, and use my said gym to level up your skills and practice with your weapon and different builds. If you yourself do not have them created, that is pretty dope, because if someone's putting in a lot of time that's in your friend group and you haven't, but you want to test out a build, or they want you to test out a weapon, or like, hey, come in here and get your strength up, I think that's pretty dope. That just adds to the world. New achievements obviously have been added. The all-wheel drive for the BTR, the Korovod for that new game mode. You get some bare winter upper and lower clothing out of that. And reward changes for different tasks. So you're getting, it's a lot of hideout style stuff, some clothing, and the automatic shotgun from Prapor and Jaeger level 4 for certain missions. And Overseas Trust Part 1 and 2 were removed from the game. That's interesting. Not really sure what that is. All right, and then we got character customization. So they added the snowman t-shirt that we unlocked in Arena earlier this week. They updated the game engine version finally to Unity 22.3.43 version, or F1, whatever that means. Finally, they've updated Unity. That is awesome. I hope there's some technical plus out of that, like just people getting in raids. You're always having to wait on that one guy. Maybe that helps. And then, improved the system to combat the use of banned third-party software. So we'll see how that works too. Updated the audio. We'll see. Never trust it. So a bunch of audio changes. They took out binaural audio. I'm probably messing that up. Took that out. Good. Cool. Don't care. We'll just see how the audio honestly sounds. It's just such a hard thing to master, it seems like, and we'll see if they've ruined it or helped it. Visual recoil changes. They reworked, make it more realistic. So they added sway and horizontal rotation. So these are all just effects of the weapon as it's being shot and how it looks. And reducing some recoil for certain weapons and the camera lift. They reduce the camera lift amplitude while shooting full auto for all weapons. Once again, this is something we're just going to have to test in raid. I've heard mixed bags of ETS about it. So AI changes. Partisan and raiders and rogues can now use underbarrel grenade launchers. RIP. They can now flank, suppress, and switch to aggressive assault mode. And then some PvE stuff. Oof. Grenade damage blast has been reworked. So shrapnel and blast damage take into account the ballistic settings of the environment, geometry between the player and the center of the grenade explosion. Just a lot of fanciness for we've changed the way it blows up or hurts you. We shall see. I will probably just still die. Priority window selection. Adding the ability to select a priority window when interacting with characters. Inventory, secure container, rig, backpack, sorting table, win and out, raid. What's up, Jester? Yeah. Wipe. Container says one window is prioritized when open. When another window is open, the priority shifts to it. Okay, so just a bunch of stuff to help when in your stash and kind of going through things. Stash window. Okay, so that's all good. Game settings for making the game a priority window. All good stuff. Dog tag style selection. So now you can select what kind of dog tag that you have. Obviously that doesn't work for whatever reason, Scrub. It just won't work because no one's used anything in a minute. So I'll do that for you. But there's no audio because the audio is muted. Okay. Standard dog tag is available. EOD edition dog tag is available. And I'll get you guys questions just in a second. EOD edition dog tag is available to players who own edge dog players. Okay. So basically you get different dog tags from different editions plus prestiging and things like that. So pretty dope. Good. I like this change. I was asking for this when they came out with the EOD and first the unheard. Quality of life improvements, there's always those. Balancing changes to a bunch of different weapons. They did increase the maximum stock size for rules to 1 million, GP to 100. Amount you can bring into raid to 500,000, and you can loot up to 1 million worth of rubles now. Graphics card cost has been raised to 100 GP as well. All okay changes. They probably have their reasons for those. They've added the ergonomics and control values to some weapons for bipod use. And the following loot crates now have the found in raid status. So equipment crates, rare, 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 and rare. So that I think this is for drops. So when you get these drops, maybe they're now found in raid because you need found in raid for a hideout. I'm assuming. We'll see. Then obviously a whole nother list of fixes here. You guys could check out on the website. It's just a lot of different behaviors, quests being fixed, ritual to cultist circle rewards were missing, just a lot of different fixes. But overall, I think this is a W change. I really like it. We actually missed something, I think. I wonder, we missed something, chat, though. We missed the changes to, and maybe they were in this and I just didn't see it. So the flea market you cannot get until 2 weeks after the wipe. And even then, now you need found in raid items for the hideout, for upgrading things in the hideout. Not using things, but just upgrading things. And you can't sell anything. So you can't buy them off the flea market anymore to upgrade your hideout. You actually have to find them in the raid, and a lot of people are getting mad at this. Here's my opinion on it. I think it is a solid change. I think this is going to be a long wipe, and I think that this is to combat the beginning wipe being too short, and I like that idea because we need beginning wipe to be longer. It's always the most fun of Tarkov comes from the beginning of wipe. So I think this is a solid change to see how that works. This is why they have wipes. They can reiterate, they can change things, they can adjust things every wipe. I think it's a W for now at face value, and we shall see how it works. And guess what? If it doesn't work and people really actually hate it, hey, there's always next wipe. Because look at last wipe, it was pretty bad. It was very short, but they made changes that benefited the fact that it was a short wipe. These are now changes to benefit the fact that this is going to be a longer wipe. And I think at the end of the day, people are going to just, they're going to play it. And I think the opinion is going to change. And I think people are going to like some of the changes that have been made in this wipe. But anyway, so that is the Tarkov changes right there. So I appreciate you guys watching. And yeah, hopefully we can pump out some more videos and yeah, happy beginning a wipe to everyone.